the Biofriendly Podcast. It's the Biofriendly Podcast.
What were you going to say?
And I pee
Uh-huh.
in the provided receptacle.
Yes. That's important.
As opposed to all over the floor.
Right. Because they created the receptacle for you to pee in.
So, somebody made an effort, like a genuine, concerted effort to invent a device.
A container.
A container.
Yes.
A receptacle. That would catch and drain urine.
Yes.
Someone took the time to do that.
And God bless them.
And then people made little urinal cakes and they made little catchy devices and they made like low flow and no flow and hydro flow
and maximum flow.
Maximum flow flush systems.
Yes.
That would handle that would make it so that you could pee.
Yes.
And it would go to a place where it could be dealt with.
A place. A mystical place.
Mystical place.
Yonder.
Where it could be dealt with.
It could be dealt with. Yes.
One thing I think that wasn't expected when all that effort went in, because there's a lot of effort.
Yeah, so much effort.
They used to just take the urine and dump it on the street in the good old days.
The good old days, back when we were kids.
Back when we were kids.
You just peed in the street.
That's what some people think. They don't know that
that we've had indoor plumbing.
They don't know that we're not boomers. That actually we're not we were not born.
We're barely Gen X.
We're not. Yeah.
Barely Gen X.
Yeah.
We're on the tail end.
Yeah. We're younger siblings are millennials basically kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So so that's a tangent. My point being, if all of this effort has been put in to have human waste go to a place where it can be dealt with, in Orange County they turn the human waste into reclaimed water, and they don't have water restrictions in Irvine,
right?
Because it's an entire planned community, and they reuse the water to keep the grass green.
Yeah.
They don't have the same restrictions, right? Yeah. They do all sorts of mystical things.
Magical.
With our waste.
And you're saying
what I'm saying is, why on God's earth did we used to go to that bathroom and with all that effort the floor was covered in pee?
I can tell you why, because of water socks.
Water socks would go in there and just unload. I don't think he even aimed for the urinal.
I don't even know if
I think he would go in there. It was party time. He would just be spinning in circles.
I don't know if we ever said water socks on the show. I think we did. But we had a neighbor, and he's been gone for a little while now. But
long enough that we don't have pee on the floor.
Enough that we don't have pee on the floor. Yes.
Water socks.
Water socks.
He would walk in and
leave,
and he would make us all deal with having to wear water socks because. The guy
was out of control.
The guy was out of control.
He needed to see a doctor.
Was he on drugs?
Maybe, but he needs to go see a medical health professional to say, hey, why am I peeing all over the floor? Or that guy knew he was leaving the building. He was like, I don't care.
Yeah, but before they knew. It's been years.
True. It's been years.
It's been years we've been walking.
We have faced the pee floor problem for years.
I just couldn't anymore.
I know. I mean, look, in my experience of working in buildings and offices in my entire adult life, there is always a bathroom monster. I think that's a rule. There's always one. Every company I've ever worked for, if you share like a public facility, there is somebody on that floor that you go, where did your parents go wrong? What happened in your household? Why is this occurring? And you want to find that person, and you can't find that person, and everybody spends their life going, who's the person? Who's the person? And then one day you find out who the person is, and it's always the person you least expect. It's always like, Todd? What is going on?
Todd, you spend hours cleaning your desk.
Yes,
you spend more time cleaning your desk than working your desk.
You're so organized.
And yet you're covering the floor
exactly
in awful yellow liquid.
Yep. It's always Todd.
It's always Todd.
Well, tangents aside, we'll get into the show. But hey, it's good to be back.
It's good to be back.
I think we say that every other show. We're like, good to be back, because we go all over the place.
Yeah.
It's good to have us back here. We have Veronica. Say hi, Veronica.
Hello,
There
everyone.
she goes.
Veronica!
In the microphone.
It's so nice to see your smiling face. I haven't seen Veronica
in a
3 weeks.
Yeah. It's been
3
like 3
weeks?
Yeah. It's been that long.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's a mighty long time.
I've been all over the place.
Noel is our Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah, where in the world am I?
Where in the world is he? You never know. He could be somewhere. Could be right here.
And I'm going to be gone again.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to be gone again, but this time.
This time.
It's for real. This time, he's not taking prisoners.
Noel Carroll back in Noel 5. Noel Part 6. Like Leonard Part 6? Yeah. Oh, wait, I shouldn't talk about that movie. Sorry. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, we're not talking about that guy anymore. That guy's trouble.
That guy's trouble.
That guy is, he turned out he was not America's dad
Not America's dad. Not America's dad. But
that's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
But the next one, Jackie,
Yes.
my next trip that I'm going on
Yeah.
is for me.
It's for you.
It's for me.
It's for you.
It's not for the world.
This
It's not
is
for Biofriendly.
your time.
It's not to help save the planet.
No, this is your vacation.
It's not. I'm not gonna
No.
give two hoots about the planet.
No, who cares?
Nope.
Enjoy your
I'll
time.
probably pee on the floor.
Do it. Be Water Socks.
I could be Todd the Water Sox.
You can be Todd Water Socks.
Todd Water Sox. This is Todd Water Sox for the Channel 5 News.
You guys ever checked out that news guy, Todd Water Socks?
Todd Water Sox, great mustache.
Oh, that's my new favorite name ever.
Great mustache. He parts his hair in 6 places.
6 places. He does. But this vacation
Part
is for
6.
you. This is it.
Yes, this is I'm going to Maui. Maui, Hawaii.
Oh my God. It's going to be amazing.
A trip that my family's been waiting to do since the pandemic. We planned
Yes.
it before the pandemic.
Yeah, I remember this. You were going to go like in 2019 or something, right?
Yeah, 2020. It was going to be the
2020?
summer of 2020.
And then that was.
And then we got pandemicked,
And then it was no go.
and we didn't go. And then this was our first chance to go. And so I'm excited. I'm thrilled.
The buildup is so intense.
So intense.
Yeah.
So intense.
Yeah, can't wait.
I am going to pee everywhere.
Good. Todd Water Socks.
Yeah.
As you should.
Yeah, as you
you.
should. Yes, you got the
As
seal
you
of approval from Veronica. Well, should we dig into it?
Well, let's get to
let's get
business.
to it, 'cause-
Let's get to the. Let's
not,
get
and
to
not
the,
pee on the floor business, but real business. No. So what we're going to cover today is so the Biofriendly Podcast has been around for a while, but every now and then you hit these, seasons or months or holidays, and they're deserving of being called out. Okay. And this is July. We're in the month of July. You're going to hear this in July. And July has become
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. It's become July has become plastic-free July. That's become a thing. Oh. It's a month. It's a whole month. Plastic-free July. And I don't know.
I was wrong.
No, you were right. Cinco de Mayo definitely happens in July.
Okay.
Veronica can tell you.
Yeah, it does.
100%. 100%. It's absolutely July.
When do you celebrate the 5th of May in the U.S.?
July.
The whole month.
July. No, but we've in the years past we've talked about this holiday, but I don't think we've ever really zeroed in and said, okay, this is why this holiday is around, and these are basically tips that you can do. And I mean, here's the thing: if you're a longtime listener, you know a lot of these things, but I feel like it's important to just pause. People who are coming into the show or maybe haven't thought about these things in a while. It's really easy to just have everyday plastic in your life and not take a moment to look and go, wait, I wonder if there's a way that I can have less of this. Mm-hmm. That's all we're going to do this show. This is the Plastic-Free July episode.
Okay.
Okay? You down?
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to give you just a little bit of context.
Happy plastic flea. Happy plastic flea, everybody.
Todd Water Socks, signing off.
This is Todd Water Socks. And you have a pleasant today and a fantastic tomorrow.
Fantastic tomorrow. I wanted to tell you that the founder of Plastic Free July, because this has been going on since 2011.
Okay.
And she's an Aussie.
Of course she is.
No surprise, right? Of
course she is.
Aussies are all environmental. They really are. They're all really into the planet. That seems to be a thing.
So, I mean, obviously you can't find all of anything anywhere.
No, they all are. I deal only in absolutes like a Sith.
Like a Sith.
Like a Sith
Only
Lord.
Sith stealing absolutes. And that's the most important line from all of Star Wars.
It really is.
Because people underrate that.
Yeah.
That's a really good thing. When you see somebody who deals in absolutes, who's talking about all this and everyone that and all this, it's your first indicator that
you're part of the problem.
You're talking to a problem.
Yes, you are. Absolutely. It is a great line. There's a line in Star Wars where Anakin says something to Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan says, "Only a Sith deals in absolutes. So it's either this way or that way. That there's nothing in between. And it is a good moment because you go, there's always a nuance. There's always an exception. There's always something to acknowledge on one side or the other.
Right. So Jacob deals in absolutes.
I deal in absolutes, and all Australians are environmentalists. But back to what Noel was saying, as a Jedi.
I'm just kidding. Jacob deals in comedy.
I deal in jokes.
No, yeah, I mean, it's true, though. It's environmentalism's big.
It's huge.
Big. Well, I think in Australia, we made a lot of the worst mistakes first, and then because it's so remote, we got away with it.
Yeah. It's like nobody's paying attention down
Nobody
here.
was looking. Nobody was looking, and we made all the mistakes.
Yeah.
Species just disappeared
Yeah.
off of the planet because of our actions. Literally, Australia, the most dangerous game.
Yeah, the story?
Yes. Yeah. So where people would hunt, find the most dangerous game is a human. Go hunt a human.
Yeah.
Australians did that with Aboriginals in
God,
Australia.
That's terrible.
Yeah. So let's just get some context.
Let's get some context. They like the environment, but
they're wonderful. They're great. They come here. They have a sexy accent. They teach you how to surf. They have sex with your girlfriend. They do all the things that you want for an Australian to do.
Yes.
But we made mistakes first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got.
You're the hipsters of mistakes.
We're the hipsters of mistakes. That's well put. And obviously, not every Australian wanted to, just the same as not every Australian's an environmentalist now.
Right.
It wasn't like every Aussie was out there hunting Aboriginals. I'm just saying that there were Aussies doing that.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that every Australian was out there, causing the Tasmanian tiger to disappear, but
there were a few.
We know all about screwing up an ecosystem, doing it wrong, causing problems, and then having to deal with what we've done, right?
Yeah.
So because of that, Australia is pretty sensitive about its ecosystem because now we've realized we don't want to lose these things. We actually want to keep these kangaroos. We're desperately trying to save the Tasmanian devil, which is going extinct.
Really?
Oh yeah. There's this Tasmanian devil disease that it has that we're trying to A, cure it, and B, quarantine the few that don't have it from the ones that do in order to try to keep it going. And then there's all this whole breeding thing we're doing to try to keep them going because it's just a cool animal and it doesn't exist anywhere else.
Yeah.
So, there's just a whole different attitude in Australia because of what we've done. And then dealing with the wildfires and dealing with drought. And there's so many things that happen.
And the koalas and everybody.
It's an extreme environment. And so we've gotten good at dealing with all that. So Australia's a little bit ahead of everybody else.
That's why.
In the entire experience.
Yeah.
From making the mistakes to having to solve it. So that's why you get so many Aussies coming up with, half the inventions we talk about is some Yahoo.
Yeah.
In Australia.
Yahoo Serious.
Yeah, exactly. Literally. I love that was his name. That's the name he chose.
He was an actor in the late 80s, early 90s that was from Australia, and he had a movie.
Young Einstein.
And I remember being very excited about as a young lad.
How to put bubbles in beer.
Yes, how to put bubbles in beer. That was the
young
plot?
Einstein figured out how to put bubbles in beer.
I love it.
And there's a scene where he's in his shed, and he's like, when you hear he's like, now I'm just going to split this atom. Boom! And the whole shed explodes.
I want to watch that movie again. It probably doesn't hold up at all. But
the sound of the hatchet hitting the atom, and then the whole shed blows up. This guy walks out with his hair up, covered in black coal, and he's holding a beer that's got bubbles.
I've done it. Wonderful. That time of filmmaking was great because you could go in and you could say an idea, and they were like, "Yes, where do we give you the money to make this film?" I was gonna go ahead.
All the best Aussies back then were comedians.
Absolutely.
Everybody. Well, we're doing tangents still, right?
We're still doing tangents.
Yeah.
Of course we are. No.
Good old Mick Dundee, which everybody considers to be the toughest. That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Yeah, Crocodile Dundee was a big part of my childhood. Big part of my childhood.
And people think, he's funny and he's charming, but he hunts crocodiles. That guy's the man, right? Even the toughest American gangsters can't deal with Mick Dundee.
I loved those movies so much.
That guy is the most he in Australia is an absurd level comedian. He's
great.
He's a comedian. He is not a tough guy in Australia at all. He gets beat up in Australia.
Yeah.
Except that they love him because he's funny. But he's a comedian.
Yeah, it's a funny guy.
Yahoo Serious, same thing. All the best Aussies back then were just the
funny.
comedians. They're the comics.
Yeah. Now they're all brooding guys on camera. We need the funny Aussies back.
I know. Now it's all Hemsworths.
All Hemsworths. There's 18 of them.
Yeah. They all have muscles.
I was gonna say before we get back into it, my introduction of the Tasmanian Devil, which was for most of us Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
I always thought that's what Tasmanian devils did.
Yeah, and then they spin really fast.
They spin really fast like a tornado.
That is a factually accurate representation of a Tasmanian devil.
So back to Plastic-Free July.
Oh, yeah. So an Australian comes up with this idea for Plastic-Free July.
Yes. So this started in 2011, and now it's become a thing. And there's a lot of resources. I'm not going to sit here and tell you who to go sign up for because there's a lot of them. There is the actual Plastic-Free July page that you can go sign up if you want to get involved. And you may be hearing this episode and going, it's already a weekend to the month of July. Am I too late? No.
Is July over?
Is July over? The number one mistake.
Then stop asking stupid questions, audience person.
The number one mistake I think people can make in environmentalism is to think that it's too late ever. You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, I would do that, but it probably won't be enough. I feel like that's a reminder, like, even though you're hearing this, it's a couple days in July, there's still time to just kind of look around your house, look around your day-to-day life, going to work, and just see, is there anything that I use that's single-use plastic that I could probably change?
Right.
And so we're going to give you some tips.
Right. And and on that point,
yeah,
the only reason you have a plastic-free July is to inspire people to be more plastic-free all year.
Yes,
right?
Exactly.
Like that's the point.
Yeah,
the point isn't that like, okay, in July, we're gonna do it.
Right. Exactly.
And then the rest of the year we're gonna go poop on ourselves.
Exactly.
We're gonna pee all over the floor.
You don't get to destroy the earth August after Plastic-Free July.
No. Destroy the earth is
that's in
is that February?
February. Yeah.
No, is that February?
It's not February.
Sorry.
Okay,
Maybe it was.
I don't know when it was. Oh, that's Veronica's birthday.
Not that month.
Not that month.
Any other month.
Let's make it.
January.
November.
November.
Destroy the earth.
Destroy the earth.
I believe is
November.
that's the correct. Yeah.
That's when like Black Friday is and Thanksgiving, and
destroy.
it's when we
we're destroying the earth.
Destroying
it.
it.
It's acceptable to do it that month. Yeah. No, it's just this.
This is to
all
inspire,
to get you to look at what you're doing. So if you celebrate Plastic-Free Month in February because it's a birthday month, or in November because you don't want to destroy the planet, that's okay. We're actually going to accept that. We're going to allow that.
I'll allow it.
We'll allow it.
He'll allow it. Veronica, will you allow it?
I'll allow it.
Okay, good.
We're going to allow it.
We're all allowing it. Okay. A lot of allowing going on over here. Okay, so I'm just gonna tick these off, and a lot of the stuff on the list, you're gonna be like, I know that already. I know that already.
This already.
But I want you to just take a moment. Okay.
Please.
Use a reusable water bottle. We all do that.
Yeah.
Already. I already use a reusable, and in the office I use a cup here to fill up the water, and then I have a nice little container that I take around with me, and I drink my water. It's always a nice handy thing to make sure that you're getting enough water during the day, and you can have fun with it, and you can be like, this is mine. You could put stickers on it. You can do all sorts of stuff that it's like, that's your water bottle container.
Yeah. And it's cheaper.
Yeah, it's cheaper. My kids all have water bottles. It's just like a thing that we do when we leave the house. It's like, does everybody have their water bottles? Because it's a constant.
Here's the thing about a plastic water bottle. Forget for a minute. Be greedy.
Yeah.
It is not about the plastic. Let's be greedy for a minute and say it's not about the plastic. It's not about saving the planet.
Okay.
It is 100% because they take the same dang water.
It's true.
That you are having from your tap with a little bit of filtering that you could get from your refrigerator.
And they're selling it to you.
And they're selling it to you at $2 to $3 to sometimes $4 per liter.
Totally. It's big water, man.
It's way more expensive than gasoline.
Yes.
It's like they're charging you an absurd amount of money.
Yeah.
So that you can have the right to have filtered water in a plastic bottle. Don't fall for the scam.
Don't fall for the scam. And I think it'll be in the history books.
Yeah.
I think that a little in the future there was an entire generation of people
who got suckered.
They got suckered. They got conned. That this business model came forward, and everybody's like, "Well, I couldn't possibly drink out of my tap. I need to buy this water bottle, these cases of water."
Right.
Then you go, "That's you've been sold a lie.
You got hosed.
You got hosed."
Get a reusable water bottle to have by your side. And use that instead.
Use that instead, and of course, if there's even some part of you that you go, my water tastes a little funky out of my tap because my plumbing in my house or whatever it is, these little filters, these pure things, these Britas, all that, super cheap. You can go get those, get one, and it'll make you feel a little bit better.
It's all that they're doing for the most part.
That's all that they're doing.
Honestly, for the most part, most of the water that you're getting from these bottles, that's all they're doing.
Yeah, and All right, so my next tip, these are things that we all do, but it's easy to forget. So I'm just going to remind you again, keep a bag handy for when you're going shopping, when you're out and about. Like, keep those things in the back of your car. Try to keep something like that. And then when you go to the store, they sell these bags that you can use. I'm not saying you have to buy them over and over again, but try to remember to keep a grocery bag. We have gone to the store and we've been like, oh, shoot, and we have to use their bags. And when you go and you have them, there's a lot of these markets have discounts when you don't use their bags. You don't have to buy their plastic bags, and you're using these reusable bags. That's a real easy way to save some plastic.
Yeah, and there's a little hack, too, because when you're a person like me who doesn't go to the store except when asked because something was forgotten.
Sure.
I usually forget to bring the bag in with me.
Yeah, oftentimes. Right? Yeah, me too.
So take a cart or a basket when you're doing your shopping. Mm-hmm. And then when you're on the other side, they say, would you like a bag? And you forgot your bag, say no. And then just put it back in the cart. And then when you get to the cart, you're at the back of your car.
There you
bag
go.
them there.
That's a great trick.
Yeah.
That's a great trick. Remember, just use the basket. You loaded it full of the groceries. You can ask them to just put it back in the shopping cart, and then when you get to your car, just put it in a bag back there.
That's for dads only, because moms remember.
Moms remember. Dads
everybody like
blow it.
Yes, dads don't remember. Moms do. So moms are listening to that and going like, yeah, I mean, that's fine, but I didn't forget my bags, you idiot.
Yeah, right.
Well,
right.
Your husband did.
He did.
This is so that he can know.
It's a good trick. Yeah. I like it. Mm-hmm. Use aluminum foil instead of cling, like plastic wrap. Okay. So like when you can, try to use aluminum foil over the plastic cling wrap. That's just like something that if you're going to keep something in the fridge, you're going to keep it fresh. Aluminum does recycle a lot better, and that cling wrap gets to be problematic in the recycle machines and all that stuff, just because it's film.
You really can't recycle them.
You really can't.
They haven't. I mean, they're trying, but they suck at it.
Exactly. So
they suck at it. Aluminum, God. Well, the thing about metal is it came from the earth. If it goes back in the earth, nobody cares.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fine.
Absolutely.
If that thing ends up in a landfill somewhere, it's not a problem.
It's not a problem. Aluminum is absolutely, and it's something that we have a lot and can recycle easy.
Yeah.
It's something that can be used over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So that's a simple one. See, these are the things, and I know you might be listening and you're going, I know this stuff, but my hope is you're in your kitchen and you're saving the leftovers after you had your 4th of July get together, and you're thinking to yourself, you have this plastic cling, and you think, okay, after this runs out, I'm not going to use this anymore. I'm going to use aluminum foil. Yeah. That's the goal, right? Just a little change.
Give it a whirl.
Just give it a whirl. Just give it a shot. Give it a try.
Give it a try. See what you think.
Yeah. Okay. This one's easy. This was one of our first podcasts ever, but decline plastic straws. If you're going out and they offer the plastic straw, decline it. If they got a paper one, go for it. But the more we can kind of say no to it. And I have a 7-year-old, and we went out to eat, and they brought him one of those kid cups, and they brought the plastic straw, and I was like, it's fine. You know what I mean? Like I understand that there are exceptions to this rule, but for us adults, we usually don't necessarily need a plastic straw.
Yeah. If you're not traveling, if you're not doing like I'm driving on the run, I'm going from here to New York.
Yeah.
And I'm in the car and I don't want it to spill everywhere. Therefore, I have a straw.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's a specific use. That's
right.
how it goes. Use a straw.
Yeah.
But generally, like even the paper straw, like if you're sitting down.
Yeah. Just sip it, baby.
You don't need you weren't. What the hell? It's just put it. You got lips.
Yeah, you got lips.
Sip it,
yeah.
baby.
Yeah,
sip it, baby.
And if you gotta have a straw, there are so many places now that make aluminum straws and bamboo straws and all sorts of things that you could. I want you to, if you love straws, I want you to be like a pool pro where you have like a little mini suitcase and you unlatch it and you open it up and you bring out this straw and you assemble it slowly together, and everybody like in the restaurant goes like, ooh, look at that straw. It's like professionally made. That's what I want you to treat straws like.
Yeah, and it's also a pool cue.
It's a pool cue also for mini pool.
Yeah, now, I'm going to give two things for both the guys and the gals to think about before you use that straw. Okay. Again, be greedy.
Be greedy.
This isn't about helping the planet. This is about you. Okay.
It's about you.
When you're the guy.
And you're sitting
there at the bar or the restaurant or whatever, and there's the cute girl across the way, and you're thinking, man, wonder if did she just maybe look over?
Hubba.
Maybe, possibly.
Yeah.
Maybe I've got something going on here, possibly.
Maybe, yeah.
Let me tell you the thing that makes her look to the guy over
the other direction.
The other direction is when you pull that drink up to your face and you put your lips around a straw and you go. She goes, "That's not a man.
That's not a man. Forget this guy.
That's a child."
That's assuming you can find the straw.
Yes, because you're using your tongue to try to like. Yes. So guys, it's not hot.
Yeah.
It doesn't look great. The ladies don't love it.
Yeah.
It's not doing the job.
Yeah.
Ladies, we don't like wrinkles in our mouth.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
No, drinking from a straw
will give you wrinkles.
Increases the wrinkles around your lips.
Oh, well, there you go. Beauty tip for you.
Do you want to have wrinkles too young? No, you
No.
don't. So be greedy.
Be greedy.
Don't do the straw because in the end, it makes the guys unsexy and it makes the girls unsexy.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Be sexy. Don't use a straw.
There you go. I like that. That's the new campaign from Biofriendly.
And don't smile.
Don't smile. Also, don't smile.
Don't ever smile. People hate smiling.
Don't smile.
If there's one thing that we know, it's don't smile. No, I think smile wrinkles are like,
And actually,
they're kind of like
No,
attractive.
you want
right?
to have smiling wrinkles.
Smile wrinkles-
I was just kidding.
and
Smile,
also,
please smile.
there's no room for jokes on this show, Veronica. Please don't ever do that
That
again.
used to be one of our taglines, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't there? No jokes in this show. No, room
No
for
jokes allowed or something like
I don't
that.
know what it was.
This show is a joke.
This
no?
show is a joke was
True,
one
that
of
was
them.
yeah.
But I was gonna say the good thing about the smile is that you get life offsets.
You do.
You know what I mean? Like you may get wrinkly as hell if you smile, but they say that if you smile and you laugh, you're like adding 5 minutes of existence every
Every
single
time you do it.
Yeah.
Every time
So
you do it.
keep that joy up.
And when you're older,
Yeah.
like there's two kinds of old people. Right? There's the ones who've been scowling their whole lives and the ones who've been smiling their whole lives.
Yes.
And you can tell
And
the
it's
difference.
noticeable.
The ones who are scowling their whole lives look tired. They look beat up.
Yeah.
And frankly, not very attractive, right?
No.
The old people who've been smiling their whole lives
Are gorgeous.
Look adorable.
Gorgeous.
They're so cute.
Yes, they're
Cute old people.
they are cute old people.
And that's the thing is like you when you get old, look, this is something we all we'll
We all
see one
face
day.
it, yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna get old and we're not gonna be the sexy beasts that we were when we did a podcast in our,
Says
in our,
you.
in our 30 when we were 32 years old. How old are we? 30
We're 32.
32 years old.
Uh-huh.
32 years old. But you can be cute.
You can be cute.
You can absolutely be an adorable old person.
Right.
So go for that.
So go
Smile.
for cute. Yep. There
And
you
it
go.
gives and it gives you more years.
There you go.
But don't use a straw.
Yeah, don't use a straw. Okay, so we got a lot to go. So I'll make it quick. I'll make it
I
quick.
will
'cause-
not.
No.
Hey, let's break
So-
this into 2 podcasts.
Well, I have subjects for the second podcast. Do you want to just do it in 2
We
podcasts?
do a halftime and continue on.
You just do a halftime? You want to do that?
Well, you've got I can see the size of your list of plastic free.
It is
You
so
and I don't
huge.
cover things fast.
You're right.
You
You're
and
right.
I
We
cover
don't.
things.
So if you want, let's do a double whammy for Plastic Free July, where one is. So does this show? Is it called Plastic Free July Part 1, Plastic Free July Part 2?
Yeah.
Because it's the month of July. That's actually a great idea, and we'll save those stories for another time.
Okay.
Those are cool stories. We can use them again. I like this idea.
So are we?
It's cool.
Are we?
No, we're not going to stop yet. We're gonna
okay.
keep going for just a few more minutes,
this-
and then we'll wrap it up. But on the 2 more minutes sounds good. Okay, so we know this next one because we already talked about the water bottle, and
We did it.
Noel and I actually used to be ballers at this, but one thing that threw us off was the pandemic. But it was about bringing your own coffee cup.
Oh, we were good.
We were so good at this. We really we shared that a ton. We had
How many cents did we save?
so many cents. It made so much sense to save all those cents.
It made so many cents.
Yeah. It was great. And we would go into the coffee shop, and the people behind the counter would see us coming in, and we'd bring our tumblers, and they'd fill them up. And it actually was kind of cool because it was like a thing that they could see
Yeah, they'd
that
be
we
like,
would.
hey, it's those Biofriendly
It's
boys
those
again.
Biofriendly boys with
Yeah.
their tumblers. And then, of course, because of the pandemic and coronavirus, a lot of that stuff went away. It was like, we're not doing that anymore. You can't hand me your container.
Because God knows what diseases we have.
Exactly, and I have so many, and but now I think it's back for the most part, or at least it's going to be working. It's
This is Todd Water Socks.
I have so many
I have
diseases.
so many diseases.
Film at 11. I think it's coming back slowly but surely. So if you have a good coffee tumbler, I recommend things like a Yeti, which you know how I swear by my Yetis.
I am so Yeti jelly.
I know. You got Yeti envy.
I got Yeti envy. I'm jelly Yeti envy.
Yeah.
It
is a great container.
Every morning I have my coffee.
Yeah.
I shouldn't. I'm trying to not, but then I get back to it.
Yeah.
But every morning I have my coffee and I have to throw it in the microwave because it gets cold. Because I like things to burn my face off.
Yes, you do.
And Jacob's sitting there with his Yeti. Trying, like literally in pain, like, God, it's too hot.
At
How do I cool
11
this down?
like...
It's too hot. And I'm sitting here like in some kind of Dorcas, Jerkus,
Todd
Watersock with cold coffee.
Yeah.
I need a Yeti.
You need a Yeti. So things like Yetis,
I gotta get a Yeti.
Or whatever container you can get. Hopefully, I mean, you may bring it to your local coffee shop, and they may go like, "Sorry, we're not accepting it." But with time, give it time. It'll come back. It's a good way to save those paper cups, and then also make coffee and tea and stuff at home, and do that. First of all, that's just again, get greedy. That's a money saving tip.
That's a money saver.
Treat yourself to some coffee from time to time. Go out and get the good stuff. Have a meet up with a friend and sit and have the coffee there in the cafe in their provided cups or mugs. Just have it be a social thing. And if you got to have your frou-frou fancy coffee drink or whatever, slowly but surely make your way back to having some kind of container that you bring in. Yeah. I'm going to encourage you to do that.
And also, like, I know a lot of people have the K-Cups, the Keurigs, or like those. If you have those, all of them now have got the recycling system where they reuse those.
Yeah, they figured out that they screwed up big time.
Right. And
they're all
pretty aware. Yeah, exactly. They're all pretty aware of the problem, and every one of them across the board provides like free shipping to get, like they'll give you a bag that they put the barcode on and everything where you can send it back. Use that. Like if you're allowed to use those, because that's a nice hack to make fancier coffee.
It is.
Without having to go out and do things, and that's totally fine. We're not against that. Go for it. But use the tools that they give you because they've realized and they've made it cheap and they've made it easy. So recycle those pods.
It's true.
They can and they will reuse them.
Yes.
So get it done.
So do that.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna just get through this first row here, and then we'll start it, because next episode we can dive in faster.
We're just not going to talk about all the things that I talk about.
Peeing on the floor.
Yeah.
So last two, compost food waste. We've done many episodes talking about composting and about the benefits of that. And the idea being behind that is if you don't have to wrap up every single piece of waste of food that you have in your house, which hopefully you can reduce, you don't have to wrap it in plastic bags and throw it in the trash and all that stuff. Composting is a good way of getting rid of food waste and not having to use plastic to wrap up what's going to go into a landfill.
Right. It's something that we've talked about in other episodes is the degradation of our soil.
Yes.
Right. How we've essentially developed technology to make up for the fact that we've destroyed so much of our soil.
Yes.
So this is a way to put that energy back into your soil.
Yeah. Agreed.
Right. So it's not only really great for plastic because you're not, like you said, wrapping things up or throwing things away in plastic bags or just wasting in general.
Yeah.
But you're also, once you've got that compost, that's superfood for growing things. Like we've talked about victory gardens. We've talked about so many different
ways to do it. Yes.
Yeah. So many different things that you can do to help the planet just with growing stuff. This is superfood.
Superfood.
And you can make it yourself by composting.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then the last one before we wrap up this episode in Plastic Free July, last one is, and I like the wording here, refuse plastic cutlery. Refuse it. Refuse it.
That's bold.
Yeah, refuse it. So somebody's like, fork, go, no.
I refuse
your plastic
to use your plastic fork, knife, spoon,
I will
spork.
I will refuse it.
Spork.
I was 100%. I knew spork was coming. This one's tricky because I know you're at the place, you're eating out of the food truck, and you're wanting to get the little carne asada on top of the fries, and they get the plastic fork right there, and it's gonna be hard. But these are the things that we have created in the world that we do not need.
The dark side is seductive.
It is. We don't need plastic utensils that you use one time and throw in the trash. That was somebody who figured out a way to take advantage of you. 100%. Because honestly, you don't need to have a fork that you use one time and throw it in the garbage 1,000,000 times.
I think that this is a great place to end because it's a good point to cap on. Is our desire to improve life, to improve the way we live, has pushed us into an area where we live too easily.
It's too easy.
Too easily.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that you can walk into a place that has all of the things that you can use, and then you can just put them in a box, never think of them again, and have no concept of keeping, storing, or worrying about anything.
Right.
And I think that we could come up with examples, if we wanted to, across the board of where life has become too easy for our own good.
Yes.
Like we've actually over-engineered the easy thing.
Yeah,
we actually need to kind of make life a little bit harder in order to keep life interesting enough that people want to live it.
Yeah. I agree with you.
So that's another way to kind of be great. If you want to be a little, like a little less, potentially depressed, a little less feeling like there's like, what do I even do? What am I bothering? Like make life a little harder. You'd be amazed. You'd be amazed at what happens by just going and doing the thing that takes a little more time.
Yeah, I agree.
Just making things a little more difficult. Yeah. Even something as simple as when you're at that grocery store, park far away.
Yeah. Give yourself a little bit more of a walk.
Other side of the parking lot and walk there. That little extra walk that you have, you'd be like, wow, I feel that little bit better.
Yes.
Than I did before.
Absolutely.
Just in general, wherever you can do it, make things happen. Kind of think of the way your grandparents had to do it.
Yeah.
And be like, I'm going to try it like that.
Yeah. I agree.
And you will notice just a marked improvement just in life because you'll be like, wow, I'm living again.
Yeah. I mean, even think about the decision of plastic utensils. Most of them are served in places where you're getting a quick bite, right? You're grabbing something quick. You're on the move. You got to get some stuff. And of course, life calls for those occasions. But 9 times out of 10, you're probably asking yourself, should I be eating this? You know what I mean? Like what I'm grabbing right now, is this the best for me? Or is it junk? Is it not that great? So by doing this decision, you could be helping yourself get healthier, eat better foods that are going to nourish and take care of your body and prevent future complications. So like Noel was saying, the expressness, especially here in the United States, the expressness of living, of everything being readily available, everything's convenient all the time that you can get at any moment. It's really, we gotta reassess and walk that back a little bit. We gotta just kind of figure out something else, another way of doing it, because we got a trash heap in the corner that we keep throwing stuff on, and we're like, why is this happening? And it's because everybody's like, I need things now. I need them now.
Yeah.
And we need to be like,
I need to rush. I have to get this done because I have to get back to TikTok.
It's okay.
If I don't get back to TikTok in a couple seconds, I'm going to miss the thing.
I'm going to miss the thing. I'm going to miss the latest craze. And you need to just go, maybe I could just stop for a second and I'll wait till I get home and make myself some food. And I have utensils there.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Yeah.
You'll enjoy more foods if you cook them yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So, and I'm terrible at cooking things, but I need to get better at it because you need to be able to feed yourself. It's important. Yeah. But that is part 1 of the plastic-free July episode. We're going to do a part 2, but we're going to close this one out and we're going to start it again. And the next one we'll minimal water sock, and we'll jump right back in. So, should I get our tags going?
Let's get our tags going.
We are your beacon of light in a gloomy environment.
It's been months.
Jacob's brain.
Jacob's brain is made of cottage cheese.
Yes.
No, what is your brain?
Constantly rebuilding.
It's constantly rebuilding itself.
Okay, and then I think our only other tag that we've had so far is don't be environmentally gimmicky. I think that's the only other one we have.
Featuring Todd Water Socks.
Featuring Todd Water Socks. I think that goes ahead.
Right?
Yeah, featuring Todd Water Socks.
Featuring Todd Water Socks.
That's it. That's it from us. And Veronica says,
bye.
It's the Biofriendly Podcast. It's the Biofriendly Podcast.